This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we talk with a reporter from Northeast Pennsylvania who's covering the Pope's visit to the United States. Hello everyone, and a big welcome to FYI on SSPTV and SSPTV.com, and welcome to the fall. It's the first official day. Well, I'm Ken Karen. I want to thank you for your time, and now I want to read you Wednesday's headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Thousands gathered on the White House lawn this morning to witness the historic visit of Pope Francis. And for the first time ever, a pope will address members of the United States Congress tomorrow morning. Lisa Shugart spoke with Congressman Lou Barletta via phone from our nation's capital earlier today about the papal visit.
Well, I think it's a great honor, to have the Pope here in Washington addressing Congress for the first time in American history. These are very troubling times in the world with the issues that we're dealing with, and the Pope brings a message of peace that people of all faiths or of no faith at all can benefit from.
Is there any certain subject matter you are looking forward to him addressing?
No, I'm not. I'm not going in there with any expectations of hearing what he'll have to say. What's important to me is that the Pope has a message that he wants us to hear, and whatever it is, I'm going there with honor and respect of a man who is the leader of my religion, and who comes with a message for the world, not only for those here in America, but a message for the world of how we can help others and what we should do and how we should be. This is a Pope that he teaches through his own deeds. He's a selfless man that doesn't look for any worldly possessions or achievements here, other than how we treat each other and how we can be better people. So it's a message that I believe will go down in history as this Pope Francis, has decided to come to America to talk to us.
If you can't make it to Washington, D.C., New York, or Philadelphia, you can watch live feeds of the papal visit at standardspeaker.com. And a Hazleton artist, Salvador DeFazio, has created this painting entitled A Prayer for Peace, and he's asked Congressman Lou Barletta to present it to Pope Francis during his visit. DeFazio was Hazleton's first poet laureate, and he was appointed by then-Mayor Lou Barletta. The Pontiff's visit has prompted extreme security measures for all those in his presence, including the media. Lisa Shugart sat down with a local reporter who will be in Philadelphia this weekend.
Today, I'm pleased to be joined by Carol Zubris, known for her Woman on the Street interviews, award-winning interviews on WYLK Radio. And Carol, you are lucky enough to be one of the media representatives at the Pope's visit in Philadelphia. So what was it like to go through all that credentialing process?
Well, the word came out last spring, and I thought, well, I'm going to investigate and see what the protocol of getting a media credential to attend this event in Philly. Since April, I've been submitting letters, your social security number, and a lot of personal information out to the World Families of Organization who is running the event, and finally got approved along with another co-worker of mine, Paula Reynolds, and your intern, Erin Harvey, which I helped her through the process of getting it through. So we finally got approved for it. And we also made sure that we were finding out about transportation as well. So we hooked up with Paula's church. It was St. Patrick's in Whitehaven, and we'll be going on that chartered bus this Sunday.
Wow. So pretty impressive. So you actually brought your credentials that you got with you. You had to go pick them up on Monday. What was it like down there as they're getting ready when you saw everything on Monday?
Okay, I went down to Philadelphia yesterday early morning to the Pennsylvania Convention Center, where this huge building with many halls was hosting many events at this time. It's a slow process for everyone from all over the world to come in here, like people from all over the globe, vendors, priests, clergy, students, and if you're a media person, you better have one of these walking around, or you're not going to get into any of the special venues. Now, where I went yesterday, I was exclusively invited to, it was the opening of the Verbum Domini exhibit. Now, this exhibit is hosted by the World Meeting of Families, and it's to show and showcase about 80 artifacts from the Bible, from the Dead Sea Scrolls and to old transcripts from the Bible, from the clay and the artifacts to see. It is free and it's open to the public, and I just found it fascinating to go into. Like I said, I thought I was like Nicolas Cage in Philadelphia, like that movie National Treasure. Somebody was on my back looking. But it was so neat to have a sneak peek of what thousands of people are going to be able to do. And yesterday it was kind of busy, but I assume by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, it's going to be jammed. Find the best bathroom you can in Philadelphia. That's my best excuse. The hotels are great. I found a couple, and I'm just going to keep them hidden. I'm sorry, but you know, that's what you have to do in a big event like that. But Philadelphia is very open and welcome, and I found no trouble getting in there, but I assume by the weekend it will be very, very busy.
Now, what will you be doing? You're going to be filing reports, so where can everybody watch and listen for your reports?
Okay, on our Facebook, Twitter page, WYLK News Radio, at Facebook, at Carol ZZ or Paula Vacay, or Aaron Harvey from King's College. We'll be doing a lot of tweaking and whatever, and we'll try to get the word out. Maybe we'll shut the whole system down if everybody's going to use their social media at the same time. You never know. But I will try to get that selfie with Pope Francis. Don't be disappointed. I will certainly try.
He already had one with his cardboard cutout, so we'll see if Carol can get the real thing. Listen, good luck. Thanks for coming in and talking about this with us, and maybe we'll get to talk with you afterwards to see what the experience was really like, because I'm sure it's going to be once in a lifetime.
Yes, it will. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. Carol Zubris from WYLK Radio.
Thank you, Lisa and Carol. Good luck with the selfie. We'll have more coverage of the Pope's visit throughout this week. Now, in other news, Hazleton City Council plans to hold a special meeting on Tuesday to discuss the vacancy left by the recent resignation of Keith Bast. At that time, Council is expected to evaluate the applicants who have expressed interest in the vacant seat. Council has until October 7th to fill the opening. West Hazleton Borough Council voted last night to impose a temporary moratorium on hookah lounges. By a vote of 4-0, Council approved an interim urgency ordinance. It provides a 45-day ban on permitting new lounges so that the borough can review and possibly amend the zoning regulations. Hazleton police are investigating a missing runaway juvenile. 15-year-old Lori Annie Rosso Gomez left her Carson Street home around 2:30 Monday afternoon. She's described as a Hispanic female, 5 feet 7 inches tall, approximately 150 pounds, with black hair worn in a bun and glasses. She was wearing light-colored blue jeans, a light blue t-shirt, and a black Nike high-top sneakers. Anyone with information is asked to call police by dialing 911. Well, coming up later on FYI, we'll continue Penn State Hazleton Week in sports with a special interview. And up next, we take another look at the 2015 Bloomsburg Fair. It's so close. We'll get you ready for that, and plus Penn State Hazleton Week. Stay tuned.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
And we're back here with Healthy Lifestyle here on FYI with Rob Gold, and we are discussing all these fun races that have been taking place throughout the summer, and now, of course, the beautiful time of year in northeastern Pennsylvania, autumn. So thanks for coming on FYI.
Sure. There's still 2 races left in the Valley Running Club Festival of Races. Penn State 5K is the next one, and then after that, October 17th, you have the Town and Trail.
All right, let's talk about the Penn State race, because this is open to children as well.
Yes, there's going to be a youth fun run. They call it the Cub Run, an untimed event. There's going to be a 1-mile youth race, which is timed and scored with age groups 11 and 12, 9 and 10, 7 and 8. And then there's going to be a 5K run and walk all on the campus.
Okay, if anyone is still interested in participating?
You can still register online. You can find the registration link at valleyrunner.com. We have applications at the Hazleton Y.
The nice thing about runners is that these events are rain or shine.
Yeah, and if you have bad weather, we were just talking about that. We were just ordering 3 5-gallon tubs of ice cream for the event. If it does rain here, there is the breakfast afterwards.
Okay.
So you could still do the race and then go inside for the breakfast and the award ceremony.
Okay, I'm going to throw you off a little bit and ask you a question about the actual group itself. So people know this really takes a lot of effort by a lot of volunteers.
And this event is put on by Penn State Thon. So this event has a ton of volunteers. I was just at a meeting. There are 30 kids from Thon who are going to be out on the course, pointing the kids and the adults in the right direction.
Okay, and where will the money go toward?
It benefits the group Thon, which is dedicated to pediatric cancer research.
Okay, so we can register for that race. Again, there are many races that happen over the summer, and there are several you can still be included to win an award.
You only need to do 3 races to be scored and ranked in the series, and there's still 2 races left. So I think most people can still get in.
All right, so get online and register today. We'll see you back here next Wednesday on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
There's a great Jay-Z song called Sunshine on his album In My Lifetime Volume 1. It was stuck in my head the whole day today, probably because of all the sunshine in Northeast PA on this first day of fall. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, clear with a low around 49 degrees and northeast wind from 3 to 5 miles per hour. On the extended forecast, Thursday looks very nice, sunny with a high near 74 degrees. At night, it will be partly cloudy with a low of 51. For our Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 70. Friday night for football, partly cloudy with a low of 48 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 68. And then on Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low once again in the upper 40s. On Sunday, mostly sunny with a high in the mid 60s. And then Sunday night, partly cloudy, our low will be 49 degrees. All right, let's learn more about the 2015 Bloomsburg Fair.
It is the 160th anniversary of the Bloomsburg Fair, and it is happening at the end of September. We're highlighting some of the many events happening here on the fairgrounds. We are with Bill, and he is in charge of all of the security, which is a massive task when you have so many people coming in and out of the fairgrounds. So, Bill, thanks for having us.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and I hope everybody will come to the Bloomsburg Fair this year. Nothing really new, but we still have all the exciting things here at the fair. Security will be pretty much the same as it was last year. We have to do the searches at the gates. We're going to have some rules about open carry, no open carry for firearms this year. Like I said, we have the security, we have the
You have cameras?
oh yeah, we got 100 cameras on the fairgrounds that'll be able to watch everything that's going on. We have body cameras put on some of our security people this year to keep an eye on things. As far as the medical goes, we have a medical staff that'll be on hand that handle all the incidents that would happen on the fairgrounds. When you get 70 to 80,000 people on the fairgrounds, you're going to run into some problems with the elderly. Hopefully we don't have the heat too bad, and the rain don't come around this year as it usually does.
You've been doing this for a long time.
Yes, I've been doing this since 2004. So we've seen a lot of things happen here at the fairgrounds, and we've been able to handle every incident that we had.
And we want people to know that it is a safe environment. It might not look like there are people watching, but they are watching for the safety of your own.
Right. We have cameras watching everybody, just about everywhere on the fairgrounds. And we watch them 24/7, so, people are safe here. And that's our goal, is to make sure that everybody has a good time at the fair and that they're here in a safe environment. So, like I said, there's over 200 employees here. We have an undercover policeman, and we keep track of what goes on here, all the incidents. So.
All right, so hopefully no incidents this year at the Bloomsburg Fair. We want you to come out, bring the entire family, and have some fun here in Bloomsburg.
Thanks, Janine. We should roll that B-roll of the food every day of the year, no matter when it is, really. All right, pick 2 on your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: 4-6, pick 3, 4-6-3, pick 4, 9-7-9-6, and pick 5, 8-5-2-7-7. Your lottery numbers on FYI are brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency, with 2 locations to serve you. One location is in Cunningham, and that is on Sugarloaf Avenue. The other one is in Nescopec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. Penn State Hazelton Week continues in sports when we come right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Penn State Hazleton Week continues on Dave Day. We're in the middle of the week now, and I'm happy to be joined by, of course, Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker, and the athletic director at Penn State Hazleton, Ryan Erie. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And Ryan, I'm going to start with you. You worked at the USCAA, you worked at Penn State Fayette, I think you said, before coming to Penn State Hazleton. You've seen this level of college sports. How have you seen it grow? And does it cater to a special group of student athletes who maybe weren't recruited by big schools and give them an opportunity to really shine on the field?
Yeah, it's grown tremendously over the last few years. Ever since the conference, the PSUAC, joined the USCAA, I've seen a significant increase in the talent level of our athletes in the conference, and it's become a lot more competitive, which is really, really nice to see. And instead of being what were previously considered extramural programs, we're really starting to see us compete with Division III programs for recruits and also compete with them on the field and win some games. We've beaten Wilkes University in softball a couple of times over the past few years, and that's been happening throughout the conference and throughout the USCAA for the last several years.
This is how much I've seen it grow now. When I was there in the early 2000s, it was actually reality where I could have made the soccer team, which is crazy. I'm not saying they were bad back then, but and more recently, Dave, I remember covering Penn State Hazleton softball. The year they won the PSUAC championship in 2010, Jed Edsel was a pitcher for them, and I did a feature story. I tried to get a hit off of her. She pitched against me. I was never more scared in my entire life doing anything, and she was really good. Went on to walk on at University Park. Dave, any questions for Ryan? You want to get in here?
I'm just interested in knowing about like the scholarship opportunities. Are there scholarships available for students to go to Penn State Hazleton, student athletes?
Athletically related student aid, no, but there are several other opportunities, academic related, need-based opportunities that students have when they consider Penn State Hazleton. There are several scholarships, but none athletically related.
One other way that we were all talking about that we've seen Penn State Hazleton grow is on the internet now. You guys have a redesigned website and also a big social media presence right now. And your assistant athletic director, Ryan Ayton, not here today, but we're going to put him on air. Here's a look at one of the features he's been working on social media.
For today's event, we will be having a goal-saving competition between soccer team goalies Jimmy Fisher and Julianne Ernest, who will be taking on assistant AD Ryan Ayton.
2, 3, 4, 8, time.
All right, so after an exciting matchup on the soccer field between Ryan Ayton, Julianne Ernest, and Jimmy Fisher, it looks like we have a loser, and again this week it is Ryan Ayton. How do you feel about that?
I'm disappointed. I'm questioning the results of the match. I think the balls were improperly deflated. I think at halftime that may have happened, and I'm disputing the outcome.
So having some fun with the kids there and student athletes, how important is this now that maybe Penn State Hazleton is competing to get some athletes to campus?
It's extremely important, and I give a lot of credit to our coaches who have really hit the recruiting trail and looked for student athletes who can compete at our level and come and get a great education, because ultimately that's what they're here for. But we really want to give them a great experience, and this is part of it. Having a little fun on the side and getting them in front of the camera and getting them some additional exposure that they might not get at other places.
Dave, I'm interested to find out, we cover high school sports all the time and talk about how big they are here and how much the community gets behind them. Is there room for Penn State Hazleton to maybe grab a piece of that pie and generate some other interest with people and say, hey, maybe come up to campus to watch a few games? You think there's room there?
I think so. I think especially if you have the a local connection there. I think you see a lot of local athletes going to expand their careers and extend their careers at Penn State Hazleton, and like we've been talking about, the level of competition is fantastic. It's on level of the Division III schools in the Wilkes-Barre area. I know the Penn State Hazleton teams have played those teams in the past.
Ryan, I want to wrap it up with, what are some future plans? What are you and Ryan Ayton trying to do at Penn State Hazleton athletically, maybe short-term and long-term? What are some future goals?
Well, some of the primary things we're doing right now involve media, the new website, trying to expand our reach on Twitter, and we just added Instagram, and we're trying to be active on the campus Facebook and YouTube pages and just get our student athletes more exposure to the masses out there and anyone that's interested in Penn State Hazleton athletics. A couple other things we're really looking at doing is upgrading some of our facilities, looking at the outdoor facilities, the soccer field and softball space, and trying to upgrade those in the future. And also just continuing to look at expanding our programs, and not only the ones we currently have, but potentially adding some programs here in the future.
And guess what? Penn State Hazleton Week continues tomorrow. We'll have some coverage of the women's volleyball team and the men's soccer team. Ryan Ayton referencing Deflategate. That was fun. Now here's the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. Yesterday at the Penn State University Athletic Conference Invitational, Penn State Hazleton came in second place. Brandon Haight led the local Lions with an 83. The Lady Cougar field hockey team, they continue to win, and Kara Sanford, she continues to score goals. She had 5 in this victory. In girls volleyball, MMI and Marion, they were both winners. And in girls soccer, Hazleton area, they dropped 2 matches recently. The Tamaqua girls, they lost to Jim Thorpe. Morgan Boyle had 2 goals for the Lady Raiders. In boys soccer, Hazleton area lost to Crestwood, and Wilson beat Tamaqua. In other soccer news, I bought FIFA 16 last night. I'll do a review at another time. The Tamaqua girls tennis team, they beat MMI in a non-league match. Now on Tuesday, Joe Madden had Zoo Day at Wrigley Field. Look up that on the internet. It was a good time. The Cubs, they got the win. And finally, rest in peace to baseball legend Yogi Berra, who was in Hazleton a few years back for a hip fundraiser. Great man and great baseball player. It's Wednesday, and here's some delicious alliteration. It's signature steak night at Bottlenecks. All of their signature steaks are only $9.95 plus bottomless soup and salad for only $2.95.
Hey everyone, here's tonight's Social and Talk of the Town reports. First of all, a happy 12th birthday to Alyssa Mazurkevich. This wish comes with love from the FYI and Samson Productions family, and especially Mom, Dad, your brother Mason, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and your cousin Isabella. And in tonight's Talk of the Town report, if you suffer from chronic and debilitating hip pain, join Coordinated Health's orthopedic surgeon Anthony Falvello, MD, as he discusses the benefits of the anterior approach to hip replacements. This will be held Saturday, September 26th at noon at the Coordinated Health Hazleton campus in the Churchill Mall. For more information and to RSVP, call 1-877-247-8080 extension 36560. That's tonight's Social and Talk of the Town reports. FYI News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Loretta Marie Yatsko of Lompoc, California. Graveside service will be held Saturday at 10 a.m. at St. Mary of the Assumption Cemetery in McAdoo. Friends may call the Damiano Funeral Home Friday from 5 to 7 p.m.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Elaine Hydock of Mahanoy City. Elaine, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Now my review of FIFA 16. I scored my first goal with Tobin Heath from the women's U.S. national team. How about that? How times have changed. How cool is that? Very, very cool. You can play as the women. That's it. I'm done. Till tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.